Hello and welcome here live in the press center on the jury semi-final 1. We're here to give you our prediction of the 10 artists that we feel that will go through to the final on tomorrow evening. Okay, so we can we both have different views, obviously. So, but we'll go through them and we can agree or disagree.
We'll see what ones we agree on and what ones we don't agree on. Which I'm sure there probably will be ones that we don't agree on.
Of course, because there always is. Okay, so first off, we think it's a dead cert, obviously, that Israel will go through as possibly one of the top qualifiers for the evening.
Yep, she's on my list as well.
Lovely. Cyprus, obviously, we also, I believe, agree that we'll go through without any hitches. She will bring the fuego.
She will bring the fuego to the semi-final. So yeah, I do think she will qualify.
Yeah. The Czech Republic, we also believe will be one of the favourites for tomorrow, and I think it will go down well with the juries as well.
Yep, he's on my list as well. I do think that he stands out. Despite obviously the recent accident that happened with him, I still think he's going to give a really good performance, and I think there will be a lot of people that will vote for him for the final.
Next we have Finland. I know there's lots of speculation whether she would qualify or not, but I think she's put the work in and she's created a presence here in Lisbon, and think she will get a ticket.
Yep, of course. She's on my list, and I do think her monsters, her followers, will vote for her. So I think we can safely say that we'll see her in the final next Saturday.
Okay. Next is Azerbaijan. I think, again, this is one of those songs that either you sort of love, I guess, or hate, but I think it's just pure pop, and they should easily qualify.
This is on my list as well. At first, when I first listened to the song, I wasn't too sure, but after seeing the staging with like the hills or the whatever they want to be, I think that as it's a really good opener for the show, and I do think people are going to remember it. So I do think she's going to be possibly getting into the final with her performance.
Okay, next we have Greece. I think she gives a very classy performance, and really gives it some sort of attitude and sort of meaning, and I believe she has the right to take one of the places.
Yeah, she's on my list as well. I do think that she gives a lot of emotion in her performance, and I think that will sink into the audience. During her first rehearsal, it got to me, it gave me goosebumps. I felt her emotion, and I think that's what's going to captivate the Eurovision audience. So I do think we're going to see her in the final as well.
Lovely. And next we have Estonia. Obviously, with the huge reaction that we've had to the dress and the song, and I think the spectacle around that will get her place.
Yeah, I do think that because of the dress, I do think that she will qualify because of obviously the visual aspect of the performance. The song, obviously, opera, it's a bit of a hard genre, obviously, for Eurovision. Obviously, it either makes or it breaks you, and I do think that she sings it really, really well, and the emotion as well, again, from her. But I think it is going to be down to the dress that people are going to be like, wow, she needs to get into this final.
Okay, next I have Austria going through. Obviously, it's a lot of people's top 5 actually for the entire contest, and I wouldn't say his performances stand outish in the way that some of the other ones are sort of so lavish, but I definitely feel that Austria will bring enough to get them through to the final.
Yeah, I've put Austria down as well. The song, it's okay. I don't love it and I don't hate it, but I do think that he's going to get the votes for the eye candy. So I do think that there's going to be a lot of women and possibly a lot of men that are going to be like, oh yes, we need to see him in the final. So I do think he's going to get a lot of votes purely because of the way he dresses, and he is wearing something quite tight, so it is sort of showing off his physique.
Okay. Next I have Bulgaria going through. There's a lot of hype around this entry. I must say this isn't one of my favourite songs in the competition, but they do perform it well enough, I believe, to make the impact in order to get them through, I believe.
Yes, I have Bulgaria down as well. I do think that the group is unstoppable. I do think that they're so good together. They've got a good gel, good rapport about them. Their relationship. The song I think is really strong as well, and I do think a lot of people are going to be captivated by it as well. But yeah, I do think they will make the final.
And last on my list, this again isn't the one I would have chosen, but I believe the juries will have this one going through, which is Belgium. It is it's a little bit boring in my eyes, but the quality of song I think is there, and I think the juries will take notice of that.
And yes, I have Belgium as well, so that means that we have exactly the same.
That please take note. Please take note. This is the first time in history that we've ever agreed on the top 10.
Yeah, I do think that this will go through purely because it is a really good song. It does give that kind of James Bond theme, which I think everyone's going to fall in love with. And visually, I think it looks really good as well with what she's wearing. It's very high fashion. So I do think this will qualify. And a lot of people do back Belgium, and they have done really well the last couple of years. And I think they've continued with that success with this entry this year.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen in the semi-final because it's actually really quite. For me to pick those last couple of places, it was so difficult.
For me, the two countries that stand out for me is Croatia and Switzerland, which I think could possibly swing. But I really can't see Ireland or Iceland.
No, I mean, which
is a real shame.
I do love them both, actually, but I think they're just unfortunately going to come across as boring amongst the other songs, obviously, of the evening. But I do feel for them because I think they're both great singers and they deliver their staging and presentation very well.
So yeah, obviously we have picked our 10. But obviously anything can happen, and I think there's going to be a few surprises, i.e. what we've just spoke about with Croatia and Switzerland, and possibly Belarus maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But who knows what's going to happen on the night, but that's just our top 10 and what we think that's going to qualify.
So what do you think? Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section below and let us know who you think your top 10 should be and who you think deserves a place in the final. Okay? Take care. See you soon.